Okay, folks, we are now live and I'm welcoming you to my Ayurvedic kitchen in Mallorca. My name is Amrita Mahadevi and I'm here to share with you Ayurvedic cooking for the modern busy person. All the recipes that I share on this channel are simple and easy to make, like under 30 minutes, and they're healthy and they're nourishing. Because what I've come to realize is that we live in a society that is overfed and yet undernourished. So much processed food leads to diseases and illnesses, and we really don't have to be long in the kitchen to cook from fresh. That means like not having to open wrappers with nutritional necessarily labels on them, but actually food that kind of grows from the soil, that is very minorly processed, not overly processed, and that we cook it from scratch. And so today I'm pleased to share with you that we are going to make an Ayurvedic protein fudge bar. And I wish you could smell my kitchen because the aromas are cardamom and it feels cozy. It feels really, really, really tasty. And these are going to take us about 15 minutes to make. So I made these earlier, and as you can see, these ones have got chocolate, ginger and coconut on them. But we're going to make a slightly different variation. If you're not already, sign up to my email so that you get the recipes ahead of our cooking session so that you can cook along with me. So let me tell you the ingredients that we're going to use. We've got some chickpea flour. So chickpea flour is chickpeas that have been milled down to make a flour. It's used a lot in Ayurvedic cuisine. It's high in protein, it's a vegetarian source, it's gluten-free, and surprisingly very tasty, even though it's like a legume, right? And we're going to use some ghee. We've got some goji berries, coconut, and some dates. Okay, we're going to start off by using a cup of flour. So let's go over to the pot. Turn the heat on low. Using a cup measure, put the flour in the pan. And let's help the digestibility of it. Let's brown it off a little bit. So you will need to continuously stir. And when you start to smell the flour, you can then start to add in the other ingredients. Like I say, this is going to take us about 15 minutes. It's so simple. And yeah, it's just delicious. High in protein, it's an astringent taste, so it's excellent for Pitta doshas and Kapha doshas. If you're not sure of what your dosha is, you can head over to my website, Ayurveda Anytime, and you can check your dosha in a quiz. And the quiz will tell you, it will give you some information about your dosha. And then if you want to take a consultation, I can further clarify that. Okay, that's turning a nice golden colour. So tell me if you're watching, where are you watching from? Let me know in the chats. And if you've ever used a dessert with chickpea flour in it before. Because I know the first time I heard of chickpea flour being used in a dessert, I was like, curious to see how that works. So that is really smelling good. It's a little bit longer. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of cardamom powder. So I've just milled this cardamom pods and I'm just getting the powder of it into the flour. I do love cardamom, and it's really a wonderful herb for Kapha dosha and to balance Pitta dosha. We're then going to add in our ghee or coconut oil. And you can see that just melts in, and you mix the powder with that. Need a spoon to get the rest of this out of the cup measure. That's 1/3 of a cup ghee into the flour. So of course, if you want to make it more, if you don't use ghee because you're vegan, then use coconut oil. And you can see that's mixing, combining well together. You just keep stirring. We're going to actually turn the heat right down, and I need to get some dates in there. So you're going to see what we're going to do with the dates. Just get some Medjool dates. So you need about several dates. Cut them into slices. The smell in this room, in this kitchen, yummy. And cut them into slices, long strips, take out the pips. These haven't been soaked. You don't need the extra moisture because we got the moisture from ghee. And you're going to add these to add extra sweetness. So dates are very sweet, but the sugar is very slow releasing, and it is also got very many minerals and vitamins that we need. So it's just a great complement. If you're trying to avoid using sugar, to swap it out for dates. So they will start to soften. And we're just going to continue stirring this for another 10 or so minutes. As they soften, just mash them in. Give them a moment to heat. So we've got the smell of cardamom, dates and chickpea flour. So that is the bulk of this recipe until we add the toppings. You can see it's nicely sticking together. It's becoming very fudge-like. So, yes, you probably could have mashed these dates up separately and then put them in if you prefer your food that's kind of like not got texture. But I love my food with a bit of bite and, you know, to chew on that a little bit when you eat it. This is looking really lovely. Is anybody surprised at how good it's coming together? Extra bit off the spoon. I would say ask me any questions underneath this video. Let me know if you've heard of Ayurveda, if you've been to an Ayurvedic retreat before and found the self-care and everything really relaxing there. You know, I found Ayurveda, or Ayurveda found me when I was in India. And that was over 25 years ago now. Can you believe it? I was at an ashram in Mount Abu, and it was in that ashram that I was privileged to be able to they had at this ashram an Ayurvedic clinic hospital, and I was, because my father had been there many times before, able to go to this hospital, and one of the doctors was going on his rounds, and he said, come along with me. And so we walked to this village, in the village hut, and there was a woman there which he was treating, and he was just checking up on her, giving her some herbs and finding out how she was, taking her pulse. And little did I know that that planted the seed, and then I just heard of Ayurveda many times after that, because I was working in a gym, and the lady that used to work in the health food shop around the corner, she was an Ayurvedic practitioner, and she was telling me about Ayurveda and what my dosha was and everything. And then when I got ill, that was when I really got interested in my diet and what I was putting into my body, because you know what you put into your body becomes your tissues, it becomes the cells. And I hadn't really made that connection so strongly until I did. Right? Okay, that's looking great. So we're going to put this into our container. Let's come back over here. Alright, so I've got a dish with some paper, baking paper in there, and we're just going to pour this mixture into our mold. Then you'll need something to push it down. You could use the back of a cup, a back of a spoon. I've got my measure here, cup measure. Make sure that you press it down until it comes all delicious. The smell is really lovely, and I love this colour. We're going to sprinkle on top of it some coconut flakes. You could sprinkle some chopped nuts. I love coconut flakes, because my dosha is actually Pitta dosha, and coconut is cooling for Pitta, and it's also one of those sattvic foods that's like a rasayana. We're going to add on some kind of goji berries that I'm going to just break up a little bit. These are such a pretty colour, and they're going to look lovely with the coconut. Let's sprinkle those on. And press them in. And that's it. You're going to just put that into, see, in the dish. You're going to just put that into, is it that one? No. To come in, it's this one. Okay. I've got a hand gesture camera, but I haven't learned all the hand gestures yet. But you're going to put this all into the fridge for about an hour, so it solidifies, and then you're going to get something that looks like this. I know it's this gesture. No, it's that. Oh my goodness. No, can't remember the gesture. It's going to look something like this, and it's going to be really, really, really delicious. It stays hard. This has been out of the fridge for at least an hour. I'm going to taste it for you. And I put on this one ginger, crystallized ginger and coconut. And that tastes really yummy. Don't speak. Don't speak and eat. Oh my goodness. Guys, it's been lovely having you share this live with me. They're going to get better, but hopefully you're laughing at home. I'm laughing on the inside. Learning and growing is what keeps us alive. It keeps us on our toes. It keeps us, expanding. And if you feel like expanding your wisdom, if something about Ayurveda has your curiosity growing about how you can use food as medicine and a way of like connecting deeper to your body and what its needs are, then join me on the Nourish Your Nature course. We start on the 20th of May and there's a discount on at the moment. You'll get £440 off the course if you sign up before the 30th of April. And so my wish to you is that you really get some grounding of, discovering what your dosha is and how you can start to eat and meal plan and transform your kitchen into a healthy pharmacy. I'm sending my love and thank you so much for watching. I hope you're going to try and enjoy these bars for yourself. They are delicious, nutritious, and they're completely in season to balance Kapha dosha. You can head over to my website if you want to learn more about your dosha and get some more recipes. Join me next Tuesday. I will be making some flatbreads, some spiced millet flatbreads. All right, my loves. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.